This reorganization work session, regular meeting of the Township Council is called to order. Madam Clerk.
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this reorganization work session regular meeting of the Franklin Township Council was made as required, indicating that this meeting would take place at the Municipal Building at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, January 7th, 2025.
We could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for the invocation by Councilman Ed Potasnik. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace at home. If there is to be peace at home, there must be peace in the heart. Amen.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Embarrasson. Councilwoman Francois. Here. Councilman Karazi.
Here.
Mayor Kramer.
Here.
Councilman Onijaka.
Here.
Councilmember Potasnik.
Present.
Councilwoman Udine.
Here.
Councilman Vasanella.
Here.
Councilman Wright.
Here.
Okay, now for the most dangerous portion of the agenda. I have to pick out the dignitaries that are here. So we have Surrogate Tina Jallo. We have representing the Sheriff's Office, Bill Chavila. And we have Pastor George Montanari. I hope I haven't left anyone out. Okay, commendations and proclamations. Dr. Karazi, you are up for both of them. I'm on my way.
Good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. We have a couple of proclamations to recognize National Human Trafficking and Muslim Heritage Month. During the Advisory Board of Health, we often invite speakers to talk about matters that impact health and well-being of our community members. Last month, we had invited Ms. Roseanne Carvelli, who is sitting here, please come and join us, who works for the Prenatal Addiction Prevention Project at Central Jersey Family Health Consortium to talk about human trafficking. And since January is the National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, we have a proclamation about this ongoing problem in our nation and want to extend our commitment to increase public awareness and support for those who are victims. I'm going to go ahead and read the proclamation. Whereas human trafficking is a public health issue and crime that exploits the most vulnerable among us and weakens the health and well-being of individuals, families, and communities across generations. Whereas more than 20 years since the passing of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, human trafficking still exists, including the forced or fraudulent recruitment, harboring, or transportation of people for labor or commercial sex. Whereas an estimated 27.6 million people are subjected to human trafficking globally, including cases of human trafficking reported in every U.S. state and territory. whereas human trafficking can happen to anyone, but certain populations are disproportionately at risk, including people affected by abuse, violence, poverty, unstable living situations, social disconnection, or discrimination. Whereas people can be trafficked in person and online, in industries such as restaurants, domestic work, construction, agriculture, and factories, and by strangers or someone they know, including employers, partners, and family members. Whereas human trafficking can be prevented by building individual, community, and social understanding and resilience, reducing social inequalities, and addressing the conditions that contribute to exploitation. Whereas the Township of Franklin is dedicated to ensuring anyone impacted by human trafficking can receive services that provide individualized care, understand the impact of trauma, and incorporate cultural and linguistic needs. Whereas a successful response to human trafficking requires a coordinated community-wide effort. Whereas people who have experienced human trafficking have relevant perspective and expertise, and the Township of Franklin will encourage and collaborate with them to develop and strengthen trafficking-related services and programs. Whereas every individual, family, community, and organization can contribute to enhancing human trafficking awareness, prevention, and response by learning about ways to help at ACH, there's a website, it says acf.hss.gov-OTIP and humantraffickingonline.org. Now, therefore, we, Alex Karazi, Councilman at Large, and Philip Kramer, Mayor of the Franklin Township, do hereby proclaim the month of January 2025 as Human Trafficking Prevention Month, reaffirming our commitment to increase awareness and education on human trafficking, make resources available to assist individuals and communities impacted by human trafficking, and build diverse public-private partnerships to support a more comprehensive response to prevent and respond to human trafficking. And as I mentioned, Roseanne brought this issue to us during the December meeting, and we thought that it was important for her to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody, on this cold night, right? Thank you so much for coming. So I want to thank you all for this very brave and most meaningful step to publicly proclaim the Franklin Township community support and recognition of the dangers of human trafficking, not only in New Jersey, but also all over our country and internationally as well. Unfortunately, New Jersey, because of our location on the I-95 corridor, right, and which provides easy access to New York, Philadelphia, as well as the events sports events and different kinds of activities that take place in New Jersey, the I-95 corridor becomes an easy route for traffickers to do what they do. And I think it's important for us to know that, you know, this is a hidden thing, right, in plain sight, right? It happens in New Jersey. I have a couple of little incidents to describe. You can look these up more, and Google them, and you'll see full stories of these. Just last month, in December 2024, a human trafficking ring was busted in the town of Bridgeton, right here in Cumberland County. And the people who live in that neighborhood were shocked to know what was going on in a house that was on a corner, right? In April 2024, a professional medical couple, doctor, psychiatrist, and his wife, who is also a doctor from Moorestown, New Jersey, were convicted of trafficking two Nigerian women for several years. They had brought them over from Africa, promising them jobs and education. These women wound up being women in servitude for these two doctors and their family and their children. And they were abused after many years of working with them, and it was finally brought to light. They were convicted. So that happened from a professional couple. And then in May of 2021, the FBI was at a massive Hindu temple in New Jersey. Some of you may have heard that story. A lawsuit where over 200 workers, Indian workers, who had come to the United States, were being trafficked in labor trafficking. They were being paid about $1 an hour, asked to work about 90 hours a week, living in very confined quarters and not being allowed to leave. And their papers were confiscated. Something so that happened right here, right in our state. So human trafficking statistics reveal a very sad reality for many individuals. Remember, behind every statistic, there is a person, someone's mother, father, sister, and so on. In 2024, the Walk Free Foundation estimated that about 50 million people around the world are currently being trafficked. And these statistics provide a lot of insight into the severity of the issue. One of the things I want to mention that breaks my heart is the child trafficking that takes place. A harrowing crime impacting children in the United States and all around the world. It's important to know that anyone can become a victim of human trafficking. Men, women, young boys, young girls. And it's heartbreaking to read that 1 out of 4 victims are children. The average age of a human trafficking victim being between the ages of 11 and 14. It's hard to imagine, right? And the length of time them being enslaved in that way, approximately 15 and a half months. Adolescents are particularly vulnerable because of online grooming, which is becoming more and more popular thanks to video games, Snapchat, social apps, and things like that. Adolescents who are lonely, need of friends, and so on, unknowingly thinking they are making a friend online, and then eventually, So all of this can occur. Children are trafficked, asked to do forced labor, including domestic servitude, working in agriculture, factory work, child sexual abuse material, just to name it. And, the most chilling fact about all of these situations is that whatever statistics you read, and I read many articles, and the statistics vary no matter what site you happen to go on. Thing is that no matter what statistics, they only reflect a small portion of the reported cases. Right? Statistics that you have are reported. It's impossible to know how many cases are not reported. So I am a member of the New Jersey Coalition Against Human Trafficking. It is a volunteer organization. Our website is safernj.org. Anyone is welcome to attend the meetings, be part of the coalition, drawn to want to be more active in your advocacy. There's all kinds of committees that you can be on, or you could just be a listener and learn more about it. That's how I started several years ago, and now I'm part of the Speakers Bureau, and I've learned an awful lot about it. I'm happy to be here to bring a little bit of awareness.
All right. We are blessed to live in Franklin Township, which is the second most diverse community in New Jersey. Because of diversity, we have a great opportunity to learn about and celebrate various cultures and traditions. And recognizing the tremendous contribution by the Muslim community in New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy designated January of each year as the Muslim Heritage Month in New Jersey. There are many activities and programs across New Jersey to share some of the rich traditions and contribution of Muslims to our nation. In our township, a group of volunteers have had a couple of programs already in the library, and there are some more. So on behalf of the volunteers and sponsors, I would like to invite Ms. Aisha Ali, who is a member of the Board of Trustees of the library, to join us. And we have a proclamation also, and this one will be much shorter than the previous one. Okay. This is a recognition of the Muslim Heritage Month. Thank you. Whereas Franklin Township is proud to recognize the contribution of the Muslim community and declare the month of January as Muslim Heritage Month annually. And whereas Franklin Township is home to vibrant Muslim community, and whereas Muslims are the world's second largest religious group practicing the Islamic faith, representing approximately 25% of the world's population, and whereas there are about 3.5 million Muslims in the United States from diverse racial and ethnic backgrounds, and there are nearly 300,000 Muslim Americans in New Jersey, representing one of the largest Muslim American communities in the United States. And whereas Muslims have made significant contribution to our nation throughout history, including notable achievements in philosophy, mathematics, chemistry, physics, astronomy, medicine, music, agriculture, literature, and the arts, and more. And whereas during the month of January 2025, the Muslim community in the township across the state of New Jersey will collectively celebrate Muslim Heritage Month. And whereas the Township of Franklin supports the rights of all its residents and calls upon our community to eliminate prejudice and bigotry as we celebrate the great diversity of our citizens and extend the promise of our community to all. Now, therefore, Shifa Udin, Councilwoman, Alex Karazi, Councilman, and Philip Kramer, Mayor, do hereby extends greetings and best wishes to all observing January 2025 as Muslim Heritage Month.
Volunteers who help that are here today, if they want to come up and join me, welcome to come up. Thank you for coming tonight to the council, council members, and the mayor. On behalf of the Muslim community, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude for re-recognizing Muslim Heritage Month. This proclamation is meaningful and fosters inclusivity, understanding, and mutual respect within our diverse community. We are deeply appreciative of the leadership and vision that made this recognition possible. This year, we were able to celebrate Muslim Heritage Month with events at our Franklin Township Library. These events included the showing of a film about a historical hero from the Arabian Peninsula, an event for parents and their children over popcorn and snacks, also an art class for both younger and older children on geometric patterns. Geometric patterns have been an ornamental form of Islamic art representing interlocking and infinitely repeating patterns. The next two upcoming events, which include another form of art, embroidery, which originated with the Palestinian culture. And lastly, there will be a traveling museum exhibit on America's Islamic heritage. This exhibit showcases artifacts from America's rich Islamic history, including the extensive history of African American Muslims. We hope you take a moment to come participate in these activities and share the experience with your family and friends. And a huge, heartfelt thank you to the Muslim community members that are here who made this possible through organizing and executing the events, as well as the generous donors who helped create the opportunity to implement these ideas. as well as a thank you to all the library staff for helping us through the coordinating logistics of the event. Thank you very much.
Franklin is just so lucky. We have so many groups that we can celebrate. This is one group with a large number of people that I'm just so pleased we can celebrate with them, and they can teach us about their culture. Next item on the agenda is number 7. There's copies of the agendas next to the clerk. It's appointment of the 2025 deputy mayor. It's tradition that the outgoing deputy mayor has the first honor of making a nomination. Councilman Potasnik.
Thank you, Mayor. It's my great honor to nominate my friend, Shipa Udine, for the position of deputy mayor. It's a one-year position, which I know she will do a tremendous job. She's a great asset to the community.
Second.
Thank you. Nominations don't require seconds, but you may if you'd like.
Second.
Very good. Are there any other nominations for deputy mayor? Hearing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and, yeah, now you can second. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Say, those opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. So we can vote by acclamation, since there's only one person. All in favor of Shipa Udine as deputy mayor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Congratulations. So Tina Jallo, the surrogate judge, has offered to do the swearing in, and Anne Marie's handy with the paperwork.
Family. Cut.
Good evening.
Evening.
Oh my goodness. Peace and blessings to all. I'm honored to stand before you as your deputy mayor. My father was a machine operator and my mom is a housewife. Working hard to make a living and providing food was not easy for a family of 5. Growing up, I saw my parents helping neighbors, feeding community members, celebrating cultures, all while balancing our education efforts. My mom may not have understood what the teachers were saying about me, all good stuff, obviously, back then, but she read the report card very carefully. She always said, no one can take your education and knowledge from you, and she's 100% right. I do not take this opportunity lightly. To my family, it takes a strong family to have their own run for office, especially a wife, a mother. I cannot thank my husband enough for stepping in and helping out. He's truly a rock and has been a great father and husband. My kids, Samira and Ilyasin, thank you for having patience and encouraging me to continue serving my residents. One of the biggest challenges that people face is the challenge of change. Change can be difficult, even when it is for the better. It can be hard to leave behind our comfort zones and step into the unknown. However, change is also an opportunity to learn and grow. It is a chance to try new things and to become the best versions of ourselves. Actions speak louder than words, and trust me, I do believe we are all put on this earth for various reasons. I feel like God gave me this ability to take on this, and I want to use what God gave me to the fullest extent to help my community, my residents, to continue to make Franklin not just a good place, but a great place to live in with this amazing team that's behind me. Over the years, I have met many people that became my friends, mentors, advisors, and well-wishers. Thank you for all your support and encouragement. This does not stop here. I'll be making my usual trips around the town, to local businesses, to the adult committees, to the parks, and other places to hear from you guys, my friends in town. It takes a village, and I'm ready to co-lead that village. I will continue to partner with my colleagues to ensure we are able to keep our municipal taxes low. I will continue to collaborate with my residents on public safety services, review infrastructure, land use, hot ticket and pressing items, and deliver results. Together, we're building a bright future for our township. May God bless us. May God bless Franklin Township, and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. As I was afraid, I forgot some dignitaries. We also have Linda Williams, County Board of Elections here. And Ron Jordan, the Chairman of the Democratic Local Party. Where are we? Oh, time for public discussion. Do we have a motion to open to the public?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of opening to the public, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. We are now open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak about matters of government may do so. We're limited to 3 minutes because there's a lot of business to be done today. No yielding of time, and it may only come up once. And Alex is going to turn the podium. Oh.
Good evening and Happy New Year, everybody. I bring greetings from the Somerset County Commissioners and constitutional officers. We're grateful for Franklin, who does an excellent job.
Name
in
and
this
address.
county.
I'm sorry, name and address. I forgot this.
Tina Jallo, 7 Benjamin Griggs Drive, Franklin Park, New Jersey.
Thank you.
Anyway, I bring greetings and thank you for everything you do in Franklin, and especially thank you to the Deputy Mayor. Congratulations.
Anyone else wishing to speak?
Mayor, seeing no one else coming forward, I'll
The guy who
motion.
just walked in wants to speak.
Assemblyman Danielson is now here. Do you wish to speak?
Wonderful.
Well, I thought you were going to give him his own
Yeah.
whole time
Like-
slot for
Like I didn't know the answer to that question.
I spoke for you.
Start the clock.
Quiet, everyone. Happy New Year, everybody.
Excuse me, name and address?
I live at 429 Canal Road, in the mayor's basement. This is a great time to be alive, and even better time to be a resident of Franklin Township. I just thank council for doing such a good job, being a steward of our tax dollars and a custodian of the entire town. I know the weight it's on your shoulders. I'll keep this short. I also want to say I've enjoyed in the last year the partnerships I've had with you all as individuals and the group, and I look forward to doing the same in the coming year. And just remember, I'm always at your service.
Thank you. That hissing sound you might have heard was the oxygen being sucked out of the room. Okay. I see no one else coming forward.
So I'll motion to close the public portion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing public portion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Public session is closed. I don't think we have much to address from the questions. So we're on to item number 10, 2025 appointments of attorneys and professionals. All terms are 1 year ending December 31st, 2025. Do I have a nomination for the township attorney?
Yes, Mayor. Did you want to give a moment to the public to
Oh, okay, yes.
clear the room?
You were gonna-
Tonight, Ed.
Yes.
You didn't come. Yes.
Yeah.
We're just waiting
Mr.
for
Mayor.
several people that are leaving at the moment, and we'll continue in a moment. We don't want to make loose sweat back there. I'm going to proud to nominate, again, Lewis N. Raynone from Raynone Conklin Mincello LLC as our township attorney.
Are there any other nominations?
I move that the nominations be closed.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Nominations are closed. Since it's a single person, we can do it by acclamation. All in favor of Lou Raynone as township attorney, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is passed. Congratulations, Mr. Raynone.
All the competition.
I, Louis Raynone,
I, Louis Raynone,
solemnly swear
solemnly
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, to the government established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, justly perform all the duties of Township Attorney of the Township of Franklin, according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Like magic. So you can't bill us for the time you were here until right now. Nominations for Tax Appeal Council. I would like to nominate Peg Schaefer of Shane Schaefer. Are there any other nominations? Do I have a motion to close nominations?
Motion to close.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Nominations are closed by acclamation. All in favor of Margaret Schaefer, Shane Schaefer, as our tax appeal counsel, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Congratulations, Ms. Schaefer. Nominations for bond counsel.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Everett Johnson of Wilentz Attorneys at Law.
Are there any other nominations? Do we have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. By acclamation, all in favor of the appointments, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Mr. Everett Johnson. Nominations for Township Auditor.
I nominate Robert W. Swisher of Suppley, Clooney and Company.
Are there any other nominations for Township Auditor? Do I have a motion that nominations be closed?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Do we have a nomination for the, do we have, all in favor of the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations. Nomination for Township Engineer. Mr. Wright, turn on your mic, please. Turn on your mic, please.
Sorry about that.
Robert Russo.
Robert Russo from CME as our township engineer.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Do we have a motion that nominations be closed?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. My nominations are closed. Do we have a motion on the I'm sorry. All in favor of the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, CME and Mr. Russo.
Mr. Mayor, could I just interject one thing? So I just wanted to recognize that Darren Mazzy from CME is here in the audience tonight. Darren, while is not the township engineer, does the heavy lift of township engineering work. So I think it's him, it's certainly appropriate to recognize the fact that he's here tonight.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item number 11, appointments of the Chief Municipal Court Judge, a 3-year term ending on December 31st, 2027, prosecutor and public defender, prosecutors and public defender, 1-year terms ending on December 31st, 2025. Do I have a nomination for the Chief Municipal Court Judge?
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Maureen Bella.
Nomination for Maureen Bella. Do we have any other nominations? Do we have a motion that nominations be closed?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. Do we have those in favor of the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Ms. Vella, Judge Vella. Nominations for Township Prosecutor. Do we have a nomination?
The Mayor, I nominate Mohammed S. Jallo.
Do we have any other nominations?
I move nominations be closed.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Nominations are closed. All in favor of Mr. Jallo, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Mr. Jallo. Nominations for Associate Prosecutor.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Norman W. Albert from Law Office of Norman W. Albert as the Associate Prosecutor.
Are there any other nominations for Associate Prosecutor?
I move to close nominations.
Do you have a second?
I'll second that.
Moved in second, and all in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. All in favor of Mr. Albert for Associate Prosecutor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. Congratulations, Mr. Albert. Nominations for Alternate Township Prosecutor. Do we have a nomination?
I nominate Ryan Albert.
Ryan Albert. Any other nominations? Do we have a motion nominations be closed?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, and all in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Mr. Albert. Do we have a nomination for Public Defender?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Dennis Osceola.
Are there any other nominations for Public Defender?
I move nominations be closed.
Second.
Moved in seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Nominations are closed. All in favor of Mr. Osceola, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Mr. Osceola. Now on to item number 12, boards, committees, commissions, appointments, and reappointments. Resolution 25-001 through 25-004, as listed in the agenda, are presented to the Township Council for adoption. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And seconded. Anyone want to? You need a mic.
Please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, for the Recreation Advisory Committee, I would like to, and it was a late entry from Ms. Kim Banks.
Kim Banks.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for that position? Hearing none, we can do this. Well, we have to, no. We have to, yeah.
I'll second his motion.
Okay.
I second it.
All in favor of Ms. Banks, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ms. Banks has been appointed. Now on the rest of the resolution, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
I'm sorry, we already did that.
Kimberly and then me.
I'm sorry, I got confused. So now we have a roll call on the rest of the appointments.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Odijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yeah.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Yes.
Next item is item number 13, the mayoral appointments. Appointment for the trustee library board, 5-year term ending December 31st, 2029. Aisha Ali will retain her position. Appointment of mayor's designee trustee to the library library board of trustees for the 1-year term ending December 31st, 2025. Zach Lickman will retain his position, and the appointment of a Class 1 member to the Planning Board for a 1-year term ending December 31st, 2025. Robert LaCourte will retain his position. Next item is council comments, so I get to take a rest. Dr. Karazi, Councilman Karazi.
Thank you.
My friend, Mr. Karazi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. First of all, let me congratulate one more time Deputy Mayor Shipa Udine and for this wonderful appointment, and we're looking forward. Also, congratulations to all the appointees as well as the nominees. And also, I want to extend special thanks to all the volunteers who serve various committees, boards, and commissions. And as volunteers, you exemplified the best Franklin to offer, and we are grateful for your support and dedication to serve your town. It has been a privilege and honor to have an opportunity to serve Franklin community as councilman. We have accomplished quite a bit last year, and I'm looking forward for a great year ahead. There are a few areas that I would like to see impactful accomplishment, and I will look forward to working with our team, township manager, and anyone else to achieve results. Of course, keeping our community safe and taxes low are on top of our list. Thanks to our great police department and our township leaders and staff, these two always have been in our mind. But I have a few wishes since the beginning of the year I'd like to share with you. Number one is I'd like to continue implementing programs and increase awareness to improve health equity. Last year, we were presented with data showing that there are major gaps in health among members of our community. For example, life expectancy of people living in Ward 4 versus Ward 1 is almost 8 years apart. Improving equity in health and well-being will be an area that we will continue to work on. The second is the area of job training and employment. We have allocated some funds for job training and will look for another opportunities to continue providing job training and employment. Food security is an item of great interest to many stakeholders under leadership of Sami Shaban, and we hope this to continue on that effort as well. I also would like to look forward to be engaged in two great nonprofit projects in our town. The first one is building a new building for Food Bank. As you know, Food Bank does a great job, and they need a bigger place and a better place to serve the increasing need of a community. So we all need to support to make that project a reality. The second one is YMCA. After joining the Piscataway YMCA and recognizing firsthand the great opportunities it provides to the community, be employment, improve well-being of the participant, and bring in the diverse community together, just to mention a few, I hope we can have our own YMCA in our township. And I know several stakeholders, including our mayor, Councilman Rahm, Assemblyman Joe Danielson, and few community leaders are working with YMCA to make that happen. And this is really my great hope that we will start groundbreaking for these two projects this year. Some upcoming meetings that I am liaison, tomorrow we have two meetings actually. The trail meeting starting at 7 p.m. and Advisory Board of Health meeting starting at 7:30 p.m. Both will be in this building. One will be across the hall, and the other one will be in this chamber. And we have a couple of speakers from Prevention Resources, and we hope that you can join us and listen to them. We also have Human Relations Commission meeting coming up on January 22nd, starting at 7 p.m., and one of our new members, Ms. Sattar, will talk about her volunteer activities in the community, and she's sitting right there. Finally, during the holidays, I had the opportunity to participate in grand opening of McDonald's on Eastern Avenue. It was really a great win, and we wish them the best of luck. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Onijaka.
Mayor, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate Shipa as the deputy mayor, and also Mohammed S. Jallo for his new position. I congratulate you. All through last year was very peaceful. Until 24th of December, we noticed that some individuals were breaking into some of the cars around that area. They called me and informed me about the situation. So what I did was I sent a text to the police director, and I had a discussion with her. The police department does went into action to curtail what was going on. And also she told me that the tenants, anytime they notice such a thing, that they should call the police department. And at the same time, everything was completely under control. I use this opportunity to thank our police department, including the police director. Thank you, Mayor. That is what I have for that.
Thank you. Councilwoman Francois.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the volunteers that have been nominated today to all the boards and commissions and committees. We appreciate you giving of your time and your talent, and we look forward to all the contributions that you will make to this great township in 2025. I'd like to say that we've had a very prosperous year in 2024, and I'm looking forward to another prosperous, blessed, and healthy year in 2025. Congratulations to our Deputy Mayor, and Happy New Year, everybody. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Vasanella.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, also congratulations to our new Deputy Mayor, Shipodine. I know you're going to do a wonderful job in that position. All the professionals that we made part of our team, many returning again, and we're blessed with many wonderful professionals that have been with us a long time and new ones that also come. Most importantly, the volunteers, I know was said, but really, when you think about it, they're not getting paid. They have a different focus, and I know we have sincere employees and professionals, but those people who step up to the plate with nothing but the satisfaction as their payment, they are special people, and we're blessed to have them. The only thing I'm going to really mention is we had a Public Works meeting tonight. We just didn't do the reorg. And one thing we did is go over a presentation that involves some high-tech approaches to making our public works across the board, and even spill over into other aspects, but to make our public works, our infrastructure, our land management more efficient. And it's interesting. We'll vet it and see where it goes. But when it comes down to it, it really is the people out there, the residents, that can play a really important, contributing, proactive part of our town being safe, being beautiful, and bringing to our attention the things we need to do or do better. We have portals online to do that. We also have 9 people sitting up here, well, 10 including the manager and the clerk over there, really 11, who please bring to our attention, either through private email or through the portals that provide an opportunity, and hold us accountable. And if you see something that you think needs special attention, please reach out to us, because we want to be responsive. It's a big town, and we know there's a lot of issues and a lot of concerns. And I look forward to serving you again. And thank you, Mayor. Have a happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you. Councilmember Potasnik.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. Congratulations to Deputy Mayor Udine. And I'm looking forward to a wonderful 2025 together. Thank you. No further comments.
Councilman Wright.
Mr. Mayor, just 2 little announcements. On February 15th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 6 a.m., from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., join us at the Franklin Township Senior Center for the Underground Experience, which will give you a walk through Black history as if you were in a wax museum where the characters actually come to life and tell their story, giving you an insight as to how the struggle progressed. The event is free, but you must sign up for a time slot, as only a certain amount of people, 0 to 15, can come through the underground experience at a time. This Black History Month presentation, The Underground Experience, is sponsored by the Somerset County Democratic Caucus Black Caucus and Alpha Phi Alpha. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Don't get me now. I'm sorry. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Inc. New Chi Chapter. Please look forward to finding the flyers around town so you can sign up to gain this new experience. Now I'm going to tell you, we called all over the place looking for a spot for this, and Franklin Township was eager to give us a spot. Now, they have programs in the morning, afternoon, in the evening, but we went all over the place, and we finally got a spot for this interesting activity. Now, I want everybody to come, sign up, and see what you've been missing. Not just the stuff you see on the in the textbooks about one person over and over and over and over. We want to give you somebody different. We want to give you somebody new. We want to give you somebody to go home and think about, chew on for a while, and say, hey, I didn't know that, and that's interesting. So, come on down. Miss Jolly will be there along with her son, and we'll have fun. And I'm sorry about A Phi A. It should have been Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. I'm sorry.
She'll be there with both of her twin sons.
I'm sorry?
The ones that look alike. It's an inside joke.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Deputy Mayor Udine.
Thank you, and congratulations to all nominees. Just a couple things. I don't think we have an update on the master plan traffic study. There's no date has been assigned yet. We're still tracking that. As there is a date formalized, I will let you know. Mark will announce that, as well as our township will make sure that you are notified. So as of now, there hasn't been a date listed, so that's TBD. There has been some change of the traditional signage on New Brunswick Road and Davidson Ave. So thank you to some of the residents that brought that to my notice, and that has been changed. Other than that, I think Councilman Vasanal mentioned about the Public Works meeting that we had just right before the council meeting, and we are tracking and looking for ways that we can create efficiency as well as automate and kind of build in some technology into some of our township activities. So more to come from there. Happy New Year, and wishing for a great year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. For my comments, Happy New Year. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. My areas of concentration will be taxes, as always. We have some challenges there this year. Working towards building the YMCA, building a preschool that would be free to everyone, in conjunction, obviously, with the Board of Education. Doing something about speeding, which is a problem throughout the town, and supporting our diversity and safety in the town. Mr. Manager, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have several items to report on. One, I'll just hopefully go in chronological order here. On this Saturday, January 11th, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Franklin Township Animal Shelter, there will be a free dog rabies clinic. You will also be able to register your dog for their 2025 dog license at the clerk's office in the municipal building on that same day. Payment for dog licenses must be by cash or check only. Next event, one that near and dear to my heart. On Monday, January 20th at 8:30 a.m. at the Doubletree Hotel on Atrium Drive off Davidson Avenue will be the Franklin Township's annual Dr. Martin Luther King Community Breakfast. The keynote speaker this year is Bonnie Watson Coleman, our local congresswoman with the U.S. House of Representatives. The regular admission is $60, and tickets will not be sold at the door. And I know from having a conversation with the current president of the Martin Luther King organization, Sean Hebon, that tickets are selling out. If you are interested in going, you need to go online. The website is ftmlk.org and secure your ticket. I secured mine last week. And I like to brag a little bit. We've been doing this since 1998, and there's now only 2 of us who have been to every single event, myself and Alice Sipowicz, and I believe Alice will be there again this year. So it's a really nice breakfast. It's not about the breakfast as much as the fellowship with people who share common interests in our town, and it's always nice. There's always a nice keynote speaker, and this year, certainly Bonnie Watson-Coleman has done a great deal for our town, and it'll be nice to have her as the guest of honor at this year's breakfast. And then the last is on Wednesday, January 22nd, right here in this room from 5:30 to 7:30. There will be a Veterans Town Hall being sponsored by 2 people who are currently in this room, Assemblyman Danielson in the back and Mayor Kramer in the front. No registration is necessary. All are welcome. This Veterans Town Hall is also going to have some vendors and representatives of organizations out in the lobby for anyone who wants to get assistance with any of the state government veterans programs that are offered. And I'm sure that as Assemblyman Danielson often works towards assisting veterans in any way he can, this is just another way for the mayor and the assemblyman to do that. So I think that's all I have for you tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. There's no council discussion item. We're on to the minutes. I present the following minutes to the Township Council for their approval. The council work session regular meeting of October 22nd. Do I have a motion on the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Anyone want to point out some changes? Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Warrants, time to pay the bills. Warrants in the amount of $15,486,861.66 on December 31st, 2024 are presented to the Township Council for payment. Do we have a motion on the warrants?
I move that the warrants as read be paid.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Anyone want to pull an item, question an item? Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Deputy Mayor Udine. Sounds good. Public hearing and adoption on second readings. Ordinance 4458A-24. An ordinance to amend the municipal code of the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, more particularly Chapter 81, Affordable Housing, by adding new Article 2, Municipal Housing Liaison, is presented for public hearing and final adoption. The public hearing has been noticed as required. Do we have a motion to open for public hearing on this item?
So moved.
Second.
Then second, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion is carried. We are open for public hearing on this item only.
Seeing no one coming forward, Mayor, a motion to close public portion on this hearing for this ordinance.
We have a second?
Seconded.
Within seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion is carried. Public session is closed. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the item? Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
We have no ordinances on introduction and first reading. So items, time for the consent agenda. This is a monster consent agenda.
Yes, it is.
Items A through AR, as listed in the consent agenda portion of this meeting, are presented to the Township Council for adoption. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Charles seconded.
Second.
Okay. Discussion, anyone like to pull an item?
Mayor, if you can separate Resolution 25047 on my agenda says AQ. The vote separately.
Okay, we will pull that from the consent agenda for now. Any other discussion?
I just wanted to confirm, I read somewhere on here, can't find it now because it is a very large consent agenda. We will be changing the meeting date in June for our council meeting to a Thursday, and I believe that's in response to the legislature changing our primary date, and I just want to confirm that. And if
It's
the
Resolution AO.
AO, thank you. And if the clerk could just confirm that that is the,
Yes, we're changing because the primary's been changed.
thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, so this is on consent agenda A through AR with the absence of AQ. Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Resolution 25047, item AQ, extend competitive contract consultant administration agent of affordable housing program, Central Jersey Housing Resource Center, amount not to exceed $66,000. Do we have a motion on this item?
So moved.
Seconded.
With second and any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Aye. Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Abstain.
Councilman Wright?
And thank you. Councilman Vasanella, do you care to explain why you abstain?
Oh, yes, Mayor. I had abstained because I'm a longtime Board of Trustee member of the Central Jersey Housing Resource Center. Thank you.
So you're avoiding a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's a volunteer position, but nonetheless.
Very good. We're on to item number 22, resolutions to be voted on separately. Establish affordable housing, resolution 25-049, establish affordable housing ad hoc committee and appoint members. Do we have a motion on that?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. For discussion, this is going to be a committee to obviously discuss affordable housing in parallel with the land use committee. This gets more people involved at a detailed level. Any other discussion? Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
We have no old business to discuss or to present. Item number 24, executive session. Resolution 25-050, authorize executive session, attorney-client privilege, charter school request is presented to Township Council for adoption. Do we have a motion to go into executive session? Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Councilman Karazi?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilmember Potosnik?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Udine? Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
So council's now going to go into executive session. When we come out of executive